That was a real surprise. Dr. Hyun Jin Moon, Chairman, Global Peace Foundation, and the great lady behind the strength, Mrs. Moon. Honorable Lee Ki-taek, GPLC Chairman, who is not here present today, Vice Chairman, National Unification Advisory Committee, Honorable Song Yong-sun, which we heard twice now, Chairman of the Organization Committee, Honorable Vice Speaker Chung Yua-hui, Excellencies, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Moon, the leaders of Korea, and the other nations who are attending this important international peace gathering. I want to thank the organizers for inviting me to come to Korea to attend the Global Peace Leaders Conference. Korea is known as the land of the morning calm. What a beautiful image. People go around to find images of countries, to sell themselves what they believe in. This is an image of people of Korea and the nation of Korea. I'm coming to Korea after 30 years. What a change. Korea in 30 years back and Korea today. Can I say, is it a miracle? It's not a miracle. It's the hard work, commitment of the Korean people to get out of poverty and to be a nation to be recognized. Today, Korea has that name to be recognized. In Korea, we always talk about, in Kenya, we always talk about Korea. Kenya and Korea at the same level in 60s, same GDPs, and where you are today and we are today. I believe that long-term collaboration between Korea and Kenya can bring great opportunity as we learn from one another, share our rich culture and historic experiences. It's interesting to see that the countries which are very developed has taken 200 years to develop, while the countries far in the east, like Korea, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, it's a 30 years of history from nothing to something. And I think that I commend the President Lee and the nation of Korea for hosting this G20 summit in Seoul in November, and to provide leadership to the international community in addressing the great disparities between North and South, the developed nations and the developing nations. Addressing underdevelopment is not only the business of the individual governments. It is the business of the governments all over the countries. It's also the business of all the sector of society. And that's why I'm humbled to participate in Kenya with the Global Peace Festival Foundation in character education and service projects that are training new Kenyans the way we have brought our new constitution. I've joined the Kenyan Prime Minister, Honorable Raila Odinga, and Global Peace Festival founder, Chairman Dr. Moon, from Nairobi to Rift Valley, which the volunteers who came from, to clean up the endangered river in the city of Nairobi. It was the youth of Kibera Kibera is considered to be the largest slum in Africa, the poorest community in Africa, who took the ownership of this particular project. And yesterday when I went through Seoul and saw that stream, it touched my heart that what the mayor has been able to do to that stream, clean it up and put it as a wonderful status. So now is the time for Africa. Africa is sitting on huge amount of mineral resources, excellent land mass, extremely good people, and tremendous potential for development. There are more than 53 countries in Africa. And yet, when you deeply look into it, we have 7 million of people in this continent killed over the last 50 years. There is continuous unrest, keeping our people engaged in unproductive issues, to the detriment of the growth that we want. Africa is poor. The question is, why Africa is so poor? Why do majority go to bed with 1 meal a day? I'm appealing, what can you do as Korea to help remove this poverty, create employment, create wealth for the nation? Please use your knowledge, use your know-how, use your engagement and influence to create a change. You are leaders. You can be the catalyst for change. GPF is convincing this year in Indonesia to Paraguay, in Nepal to Kenya, to help bring this change. I'd like to challenge you all, come and visit us. And do not go away from Kenya feeling happy, seeing some beautiful places. But I'd like you to take some pain in your heart for the plight of Africa. This will need fire in your belly. Like Honorable Son Young-san said, that fire in the belly. To think out of the box, to find solutions, to give that little time, and to worry about the continent, and turn the worry into some activity. There's a perception that Africa can only depend on aid. Africa needs charity. No, that's a wrong perception. It's a continent of tomorrow. This requires leadership which sees beyond the nose and dreams of something which, on the face of it, it seems to be impossible. Leaders who would go deep into issues, own the issues, find solutions, and create growth. The Global Peace Convention in Nairobi, the International Young Leaders Summit, and the Global Peace Festival will show the intelligence, the brilliance, the capacity of our young people. They are second to none. If, I repeat, if and only if they get the opportunity. Who is going to provide this opportunity? You, the leaders, who are here and who are not here, can provide these opportunities. Leadership is all about making the right choices. To see the development world move forward, Is this asking too much? No, it is not at all. Let's make sure that these poorer people has enough to eat and send them the way that there is a prosperity which we have seen what Korea did in 30 years. And in our business, we call it as a corporate social responsibility, which is nothing more than an international social responsibility for the countries who have it and who must distribute and help others. With 2/3 of population poor and some very, very poor, we need a happy family under one God. And this can only happen when success is turned into significance. You can be successful, but unless that success is turned into significance so that the people will note and people will say, now that's the country which came about and helped others. That is the significance we are talking about, that the Korea is in 10th, 12th, or 13th in the 200 nations. That's what we want to see. The success of Korea turn into significance to help the people. Then the world needs to think noble thoughts. And that's what Dr. Hyun has been thinking. Noble thoughts for the global good, for the global giving. To see that we are happy, that doesn't mean that everybody is happy. To change that attitude and parameter and paradigm shift, which Ms. Song was saying. The paradigm shift, make everybody happy, and then we'll be able to say that yes, it's a happy family under one God. Like GPF is reaching out today and make a difference in many lives. Together with our patron, His Excellency the President Mwai Kibaki, and GPF Chairman Dr. Hyun Jin-moon, I warmly invite you to come to Kenya for the Global Peace Convention this November. Thank you for listening to me.